What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Camps Outdoors. Today we're going to be talking about how we rig our duck decoys. Got some new tangle-free black ducks, some new tangle-free bufflehead. We're going to rig them up, show them how we do it. Maybe you guys can use what we use, see what's going on. All coming up. Alright, so like I said, we got some new tangle-free black ducks, some new tangle-free bufflehead. Here we got Drake black duck and hen black duck. We're going to rig these up. They come pre-drilled. You can mount them wherever you like. They got 3 holes. You can mount them up. We hunt all tidal water here, so all of our weights, we have to have weights. We got to have a lot of line. That tide fluctuates. Hardly ever you get to hunt some places that are not tidal, so we're constantly moving around decoys, moving things, boats moving up and down, all that good stuff. I know most of you are like, man, black ducks, if you're from the central part or any part of the United States, here in New Jersey, we have so many black ducks, it's ridiculous. We're allowed 2. We always kill our 2. I mean, we got guys that come out and say, oh man, you guys killed a black duck? Oh my God, that's normal here, It's just what we do. And, we also get a lot of the shore birds. We hunt, I live right on the coast, so we go out to the ocean front almost. We kill all the bufflehead, all the kind of birds that hang out more towards the shore. So, getting back to rigging these up, we got the cup 'em up decoy cord. We got just a 200 feet spool right here. We got it in black. We normally use a tangle free clear. It's back ordered, can't get it. So we had to go with these. You got your tangle free crimps. You get 24 of them in a count. These are pretty cheap. And then we got our weights. We like using these long little weights. I think these are 3 or 4 ounces. They bend, go all kind of witchy ways, They move around pretty good, and they hold really well. So these come around, and they'll clamp right down there in the bottom of the decoy when we're done. Doing this, you're going to need a pair of crimps or, some type of thing to squeeze these crimps. I use just electrical splitters. I also have a little pair of pliers, so we use some of that. Now, the decoys themselves, these are really nice decoys. Like I said, these are tangle-free, flocked edition of the black ducks. I have the Drake here in my hand. Body is fully flocked. Give a little slow-mo turn of him there. Looking all pretty. Body is fully flocked all the way up to the head. These things look absolutely amazing. I think they go hand in hand with the avian X black ducks that are flocked. Hen, same thing. Fully flocked bodies all the way around. Beautiful looking decoys. Alright, so let's get into rigging these things up. Alright, so we got everything together. Now it's time to start doing this. So I got my crimp out here, little guy. Alright, I got my cord, right? So first thing you're going to want to do is grab your piece of cord, put it through the one side of this here crimp, right? Now, there's 6 of these tangle-free black ducks that came in the pack. Now, we're going to mount 2 in the front hole, 2 decoys for the front hole, 2 decoys in the back hole, and I drilled out with my drill a middle hole. Now, putting them in the middle makes these ducks move like crazy. Like I said, we hunt a lot of tidal water, all tidal water actually. So, the current, when you put it in the middle, this duck looks like he's just cruising, swimming around. Put him in the front, he's going to nose into the current. You put him in the back, he's going to turn away from the current. Kind of common sense stuff. In the middle, he just swims all over no matter which way. That current could be going around a bend or coming in a different way in the little channels. So like I said, 2 of each. So I'm going to start here in the middle, right? So then you put your line, put him through. Don't want to mess him up too bad. And then you just stick that end back through, right? Now you want to give a little bit in there because you don't want it to pull out. Leave about 2 to 3 inches of extra line hanging out of your crimp, right? So then you come around here, grab your pliers, and squeeze these bad boys. You can use regular pliers. You can use basically anything you want. These just happen to really cinch it down. Last thing you want is to not cinch these down enough, and you throw your decoy out and you just see him swimming off. Alright, so he's on there, right? Give it a nice firm tug. Now he's on there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put about 10 foot of line on each decoy. That's probably not even enough, honestly. So we'll come on out here. Come around my kayak. Come out. About right here, where we need to be. Line wise. Now this stuff does sink. You know, it doesn't get all caught up. Cut that off. Alright, now we're going to need another crimp. Hopefully they don't all drop out on me. Now, same thing for the weights. Alright, so we're going to put the end of the line through first. Alright, now we got our tag in. Grab one of our weights. Bring it on through. Push it back through the other hole. So then you get something like this. Now actually I put too much tag in on this one. So what we're going to do is pull him back a little bit. Pull a little bit too much now. There we go. Alright, right there is where we want it. So now we're going to come. Grab our crimps. Crimp him down. Crimp him down. I do about 3 crimps. I do end, and a middle. Give a nice good crimp. Oh, see, now he's still moving. That's not what we want. Crimping all the way towards the edge seems to really secure these bad boys in there. And there we go. One down, and what, a minute at a time. So now we got our duck. Toss him out there. Come around. Wrap him up. And he comes right around. He's nice and secured. Ready to roll. And like I said, this is for the middle. Alright, so I'm going to do this other one, and we're going to start on the front and the back. Alright, so finished up the middle ones. Got the drake and the hen both hooked up, all ready to go in the middle. Now I got another drake and a hen. Alright, these guys are now going to go on the back, because this set comes with 2 feeders as well. Now the feeders you want to put in the front, you know, obviously make them seem like they're feeding. You know, you put it in the back, they're going to be looking up in the air as a feeding. It just doesn't work well. So always put your feeders on the front hook there, on the front hole that it comes in. So again, put your line right on through. Come around. Grab old Drakey Poo here. Now we're going to come in through his back door. Come on around. This can be a little tight because of the keel. You don't want a lot of slack, you know, on the back side here. You don't want a lot of slack because you gotta be able to wind these up, right? So you come in like so. Now this might be a little hard to crimp because of the nature of where it's at, but I'm going to do my best. Very difficult to get into. More on an angle than I would have liked it, but it seems to be holding up fairly well. And I can even turn it around and come in from this way if need be. And hit it right there. That should go nowhere. Alright, so now that that's back on, now we go again. We stretch out how far we got. This stuff just cuts with regular old household scissors. Come on back. Got a little spot mark right here so they all match. Like being consistent. Right here. With a nice good old snip. Right. Again, same thing. You can string up a whole dozen of these less than a half an hour. Probably more than a dozen, honestly. If you just start flying through it. Put your line back through. Come back through the hole here. Spin it. Back through the crimp. Make sure your tag's not crazy long. Grab the trusty old pliers here. Give it a nice firm squeeze. And bam! Another one. Done right out the back. Alright, so now this duck, like I said, you got the current that's flowing this way. Now this duck is going to be facing this way. In the middle, he's going to be doing one of these numbers. He's going to just be swimming around. Now the front that I'm getting ready to do, and I'll show you, current's coming this way. These guys are going to spin and face this way and be feeding on the water like so. Wrap this guy up. We'll grab the feeders. That's all we got left. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, so we got the middle done, we got the back done, now we're doing the front. Alright, now we're doing these last feeders, these black duck feeders. I got a drake and a hen. I think personally these feeders look the best out of the whole half dozen that come in the pack. These things look just amazing. I think on the water they're going to be just amazing. I think they're the best looking ones out of, you get a resting and active in the feeder, and I think the feeders definitely 100% look the best. If you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe, and if you like this kind of content, give this video a thumbs up so we can produce more videos, keep this stuff coming at you. But let's go ahead and let's get these finished up. These are the last two I got to do, so let's go ahead and get started. Grab my crimps here. Everything's the same, you know. This is a nice simple task. I see a lot of guys, you know, do decoys a whole different way. This is a nice, easy, simple way to get this done. You know. Now obviously these feeders, like I said, they are going to go on the front, so they can henceforth feed. Kind of common sense, but you know, there's some new guys out there. Grab the whole crimp on here, squeeze it tight, squeeze it tight, squeeze that. You gotta make sure these things are really squeezed. Don't be afraid to tug on them. If you can pull it, that's not good. You know, flatten these things out pretty good. This stuff does stretch pretty well. Alright. So there you can see he's all the way on the front hole. And there is this hole here, but this is, you want him as far forward as possible. So he's down there really feeding. Or she, I should say. Alright, so now we're going to go and we're going to take our 10 feet of line. Come on back. Kayak again. Here again. Nice good old snip. Put that down. the end. Through the crimp again. Through the weight. Through. I will have a link down below in the description to these tangle-free black ducks that you see in this video. I can post a link. I will also have a link to the weights that I use. I get these either from Bell Plain Gun Supply locally. With duck season coming around, they are getting pretty wiped out and stuff. If you are local to my area and you're in South Jersey, remember, go check them out. Bell Plain Gun Supply, right here in Bell Plain, New Jersey. It's about 20 minutes from my house, right outside of Sea Isle City, Ocean City, New Jersey. But if you aren't from around here, you can get the weights and the crimps from academy.com. I shop a lot on Academy when I don't go to Bell Plain Gun Supply. You can get all you want there. I believe the weights come out to $7.99 for a 6-pack of weights, and that is for 3 or 4 ounces, which is not bad. You know, I actually need to go on there and order some more. I got all these buffalo head decoys I need to do, which I'll probably show you guys in another video because we do them a little bit different. So be sure to check out that video here in the near future. But that's it. All done. This feeder is ready to go. She's ready to get on feeding. Come around and wrap her on up. Tangle Free really did a good job on these decoys. I love everything about them. We run a lot of Tangle Free decoys. I put her right in there. Right into the blind bag she's gonna go. So that about wraps it up. I'm going to finish up this here Jakey Poo, get him all ready to go. That wraps up this video. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Like I said, links are down in the description. Please subscribe. Please like this video. Until next time, see you guys.